everybody, I'm Jelsy. Welcome to my channel. Here you'll find videos regarding family-friendly content. Yes, homework is a huge part of that. It's been a minute since I've uploaded a video, but I've been out of town. I had the amazing opportunity to be at the Hardy's family reunion this year, so that was very exciting. I love my time there and just seeing fellow Hardys and getting to go to the One Calls a Heart set, and also getting to see some of the actors from One Calls a Heart and this year One Hope Calls. So that was really, really awesome. So speaking of One Hope Calls, today's video is all about the One Hope Calls finale. For those of you who haven't seen the show, One Hope Calls is a spin-off series of One Calls a Heart, and it's available to watch right now at the Hallmark Movies Now streaming site. The core values, period, and the feel is very similar to One Calls a Heart, but at the same time, it's its own show, and I think Alfonso Moreno, the showrunner for both shows, and his team have managed to take these two different worlds, have them be different from each other, but also have them connect as well. Okay, so for me, I loved getting to know more about these characters throughout the season, and I know there's so much more to learn from each of them, and I'm super excited about that. So season 2, hint hint. So now I'm going to mention some of my favorite things or scenes that happened during the season finale. Okay, so first thing, during the whole season, we know that Mountie Gabriel is in this investigation regarding Mike Sinclair, and it's kind of an ongoing topic, and episode by episode we see him getting closer and closer to finally figuring out what's been happening. And you can see that it's something that he has to solve. And in the season finale, Sinclair is in Brookfield, and it gets a little tense with Gabriel and also with Tess and Ronnie. Nathan is there to help Gabe. And side note to this, I loved getting to see Hope Valley characters in Brookfield. I mean, we saw Lee and Rosemary and also Nathan, so that was so awesome to see characters from One Calls a Heart in One Hope Calls. Okay, so I really enjoyed the scene where Sinclair has decided to take Gabriel off his back and take matters into his own hand. Both Nathan and Gabe are literally walking into Sinclair, and then the shootout happens. They finally get him, and Tess is a huge help to that, so that was really cool. I always enjoy these action scenes because it's something different. It's not something like a modern action scene. It's how it would happen during that time, so that's pretty cool. Second, at one point during the finale, Gabe asks Sam to help him in protecting Lillian. And I love this scene where Sam is walking alongside Lillian in town, and a car sputters next to them. Sam thinks it's a detonation of some kind, and so he literally shields her with his body, and she's there like, what is happening? Like, what are you doing? Totally oblivious to any kind of danger. So that was super funny. And of course I have to mention this because I just love Chuck and Grace. Anybody else out there think the same? Yes, I think you do. Yeah, so I just love them. And in the finale, Chuck and Grace have had some misunderstandings. They're really not talking to each other. And so Chuck leaves on a cattle drive, and Grace is about to leave to London to take one of their girls to her grandfather. But that's the thing, Chuck doesn't know that Grace is leaving, you know, on that trip. Lucy, the girl who's leading the cattle drive and now works for Tess, she knows that Grace is leaving, and I was like, oh no. So Lucy is so not gonna tell Chuck that, you know, Grace is leaving, because in previous episodes we had seen Lucy before, and there was this thing with Chuck, and like you could see that maybe she liked him and there was something there. So I was like, totally, like Lucy is not going to tell Chuck about Grace. But to my surprise, she actually did. So Lucy tells Chuck about Grace and that she's leaving to London, and Chuck rides basically all day to get to Grace just in time before she leaves. So he finally said to her that she meant a lot to him and that he hoped he meant a lot to her, and then they kiss, and then it's just perfect. Yes, this is the moment we'd all been waiting for. Now, even more so, we need a season 2 to see Grace come back and have them reunite, and yeah, I really need a season 2. I also loved how, you know, the kids saying goodbye to Helen and Grace, and you can see from the beginning of the show, you know that there's such a tight-knit group of kids, and it all starts with their caregivers, with Lillian and Grace. Throughout the season, I've grown to like Tess, and she's such a complex character, and she's very strong and she cares for her family. But in the season finale, they leave us in this cliffhanger where Tess actually had somebody make a profile of Grace, and supposedly they found something, and now Tess is reading the file like she has something that nobody knows. And we're like, what? So yeah, Tess is not very fond of Chuck being with Grace, I guess. So that's gonna be a problem. So we'll see what happens. Yeah, When Hope Calls is so great. I mean, if you're looking for a family-friendly show to watch, this is it. The same minds that brought us When Calls the Heart are the same ones that are bringing When Hope Calls. So congratulations to the cast of When Hope Calls and everybody involved in making the show possible. It was really fun, and I'm looking forward to seeing more. So thank you guys so much for watching this video. Please let me know in the comments below if you have a specific favorite moment from the season finale. I would love to read it. And also, earlier in the season, I decided to hand letter a quote from every episode of When Hope Calls, and those are available on my Twitter at iamJelsy, and also they're available in my string art hand lettering Instagram at Wanderlust Creations by Jelsy. They're saved in the highlights under When Hope Calls, so you can check that out as well. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll see you guys next time. God bless. Bye.